we move on to our next panel with Dr. Iman. She's the Director of Educational Initiatives at QCRI, leading educational programs for university students as well as K-12 students in the field of coding and computing research, as well as managing research collaborations. Before joining QCRI, she worked in the Wireless Technology Lab in Canada, as well as in Carleton University and the University of Ottawa. She obtained her master's and PhD from Queen's University in Canada and a bachelor's degree from Tripoli University in Libya. Her current interests lie in the area of capacity building, STEM, and education technologies. She established the Creative Space Lab, a marker space for school-age children that offers coding and STEM programs. I hand it over to you, Dr. Iman.
Thank you very much, Sarah, for the introduction. And in fact, I would like to thank all our previous speakers. I mean, all the talks are amazing, and I enjoyed each and every one of them, and especially the panel discussions were very insightful. Thank you so much. So today, I would like to thank you all for sticking around for this last session of our two-day program. Our panel today is a special panel, and in it I'm hosting, it gives me a great pleasure actually, to host the Afghan girls robotic team. We have 3 members of the robotics team here with us. We have Sumaya Farouqi, Aida Haidarpour, and Shabnam Nurzai. I don't see their pictures, so ladies, did you turn on your cameras? Okay. All right. So in this discussion, I'm going to be accompanied by my colleague, Dr. Amin Sadiqi from QCAI, Qatar Center for Artificial Intelligence. He's a scientist there, and he is going to help around with the discussion and also with translation in case we run into some language issues. Okay, so ladies, I only see one of you. Is Sumaya and Shabnam around? Can you unmute yourselves, ladies?
Hi, I'm here. Can you see me?
Okay, yes, now I can see you. All right, Shabnam?
Yes, hi, I'm in here.
Okay, good, good. So, so with me are Shabnam, as I mentioned their names, Shabnam Nurzai, Sumaya Farouqi, and Aida Haidarpour. Those bright, smart, and courageous ladies are actually grade 11 students who are currently residing in Qatar and who are currently studying in Education City. So, ladies, I'd like to start with this question. So first of all, you represented your country in international robotics competitions. And when COVID-19 hit, you built a low-cost ventilator. You made it from spare parts of cars. So you brought your country and your fellow citizens so much pride and so much hope during a time of despair and a time of difficulties. So I would like to hear about your journey. How did you start your journey, and what or who inspired your interest in robotics? And how did you make your way to join the robotics national team? I will start with Shabnam, please.
Okay. Can I speak in Persian?
Let us see. Is Dr. Amin, are you around? Okay, perhaps Amin is not with us. Shabnam, like your English is perfect, so don't be scared. Try to speak in English, and let us wait if and see if Amin join us.
Okay. Let me check it, and if Ida wants, Ida and Sumaya, you can start.
Okay, so we will start with Sumaya then.
At the first, hello everyone. I'm so happy to be a panelist in here. So my interest in robotics returns to my childhood. When I was a child, and also my father's job is a car mechanic. And when I was a child, I saw that my father works with different machines. He fixed different parts of a car, like the machine or the radio. So it was interesting for me to work with different machines and to fix something and help my father as the oldest child in the family. So in that time, I was too interested in engineering, especially in mechanical engineering. And my story to come in the robotics team returns in 2017 when the team was created. One day I was in my class and from the DC organization, they come in our class and say that we are going to build a robotic team. I see this as a perfect opportunity for me. And then they took an exam from 150 girls from different school of Veracity. And finally, 6 girls were accepted, which they have the more information about robotics. They have the permission of their family members and also passport. Fortunately, I was one of those 6 who accepted to this team.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much. Aida, let us hear your story.
Hello, it's my pleasure to be a part of this panel. So about 3 years ago, there was an exam between the schools in Herat City, and I was also a participation of that exam. On that time, I didn't know anything about the robotics programming or even like how to build a machine or a robot. But when I noticed that there is a center and an organization that teach like robotics, programming, and AI, I got interested on that and I participated to the exam. I remember when I was 7 years old, I was playing a video game that on that time I didn't know anything about how does this program works or how at all the robots work. But on that time I was so curious to find the solution that how do they like work or how can we build a robot. But when I noticed that there is a center that teaches especially for the girls about robotics and programming, I got interested and I participated on that exam, and fortunately I passed the exam, and it's about 3 years that I'm a member of a robotics team.
Wonderful. Okay, so I think Amin is with us. Dr. Amin, are you around? Great. Okay, Shabnam, talk as comfortable as you want to do, as you want to be. Okay?
Okay.
Go ahead, Shabnam. Let's hear from you.
Okay, thank you. Hello to all. I'm Shabnam Nurzai, a member of Afghan Girls Robotics Team. خب سلام به شما دکتر امین. میگم شما میتونید با ترجمه کنید. خب در حدود 3 سال پیش من عضو تیم ملی روباتیک افغانستان شدم. با یک امتحان پشت سر گذاشتم.
Okay, Amin, perhaps you are muted. Can you unmute yourself?
Dr. Amin, if you can check the setting of your audio.
Okay, I can explain in English.
Let's wait just for a minute, Shabnam. Maybe you can get Amin's audio fixed.
Okay.
Oh, now it's
Let's use. Try now.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Oh,
We can.
so I apologize. There was something wrong with my computer. I apologize. So Shabnam said 3 years ago I took part in a competition, and then she joined the robotics team of Afghanistan.
خب من در کودکی علاقه زیادی برای بخش تکنولوژی و همچنان ربات سازی داشتم به خاطر از اینکه جامعه امروزی جامعه تکنولوژی و فناوریه.
Since today's world is the world of technology, since childhood I have been very interested in technology.
و بعد از اینکه این امتحان من پشت سر گذاشتم و تانستم که یک عضو از تیم ملی روباتیک افغانستان باشم و فعلا هم خیلی خرسندم از اینکه من عضو از این تیم هستم و میتونم نماینده دختران افغان در اینجا باشم.
So I'm very happy that I can be a representative of Afghan girls here, and I'm very happy to be able to be the part of the Afghan robotics team.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Inspiring stories. Thank you. So you have been under the spotlights for quite some time. You caught the world's attention in 2017 when you were denied entry to the United States when you tried to join a competition, a robotics competition. And later on, and then like in that same competition, eventually you got a visa and you were awarded a special award in that very competition. Recently, your team won the first place in the entrepreneurship competition in Estonia. And then again, you became under the spotlights once more when you during the recent events that happened in Afghanistan. So my question is, do you see yourselves as role models for your young fellows, the young youth in Afghanistan, and also elsewhere in the world? Do you feel the responsibility towards any kind of responsibility towards the youth in Afghanistan? And do you have an advice that you can give to the young people just like you in Afghanistan or elsewhere in the world? So I'll start with Shabnam.
اوکی. خب وقتی که من از یک جامعه مثل سنتی مثل افغانستان که اونا تنها زنان ای که به خانه بشینن و درس نخونن این چیز میبینن، من افتخار میکنم از اون رقم جامعه ما به جهان نشان دادیم که تنها مردان نمیتونن در بخش تکنولوژی و فناوری کار کنن، بلکه زنان هم میتونن در این بخش موفق باشن. خب از این که میتونم صدای دختران افغان باشم، صدای دخترانی که در افغانستان هستند و نمیتونن درس بخونن، صدای از اونا باشم، خود بیس یک رول مدل برای از اونا قرار نمیدم به خاطر از اینکه هنوز به او جایگاه ما قرار نگرفتیم، ولی بیس یک لیدر میتونین از اونا باشه، از دختران باشیم که هنوز به خانه شیشتن و استعداد از اونا هنوز پنهانه و شکوفا نشده.
Coming from this background of the traditional Afghan society, it is important to show that it's not only men who can be successful, and women can be successful as well. So I'm happy that I can be a role model for the Afghan girls to show that Afghan girls can also be successful.
Thank you very much, Shabnam, and thank you, Amin. Let's hear from Aida.
As you know, Afghanistan is a country that has a kind of traditional way of thinking. Like mostly, as Shabnam told and mentioned before, most of people think that this kind of field, such as STEM, especially engineering, and being, for example, a mechanical engineering, relates to the men in Afghanistan. But we were the first team from high school that showed and represented to the world that Afghan girls have the talent to be a part of engineering world. I mean that they can be a part of STEM community. And also in these situations, Afghanistan is not in a good situation. And I think that even a small hope and a small thing that they can hear about the Afghan girls that who are trying to raise the voice of those girls and women who are still in Afghanistan, it can make them happy. And I feel that
We are the voice of those girls and women who are still in Afghanistan and do not have the opportunity to go to school, to go to university, or achieve the goals and dreams that they have. And I want to mention that we are trying our best for the women and girls who are still in Afghanistan, and we are trying to like achieving our goals and be the voice of those girls.
Very inspiring indeed. Sumaya, let's hear from Sumaya.
So I should say that I choose for myself the Afghan girls. They are my role model, because every time when I say their courage to education, to especially in the STEM field, it motivates me to work hard. It reminds me that I have responsibility against my people and also my country. So yes, I feel myself responsible against my country, especially in the girls. The girls were in Afghanistan, to show the power of the girls, especially in the STEM field. Because if the international society provide them opportunities, they can improve Afghanistan, and one day we can see the name of Afghanistan in the list of the country which are top in the technology. So, and I should say that it's not just my words, it's the voice of million girls in Afghanistan who cannot raise their voice. So please help them. I wanted from international communities and also from different organizations that they can help the Afghan girls and provide them opportunities. Because educating a boy means educating a person, but educating a girl means educating a family.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm really happy to hear your words, ladies. Okay, so my next question is about COVID. So COVID-19, the pandemic, caused school closure in so many countries, but it also resulted in a tremendous increase or a tremendous rise in e-learning. So my question here is, how did COVID-19 impact education in Afghanistan? There are lots of NGOs and lots of international organizations that are eager to provide help to Afghanistan, to the Afghani students, help them in education in general, and help them in STEM education in particular. So do you see e-learning as a viable way of extending this sort of help? And was e-learning accessible to students during the pandemic? So I'd like to hear from Aida first.
As you mentioned, Afghanistan was a country that, sorry, Sumaya, can you mute? Sorry for that. Afghanistan was a country that mostly affected by the pandemic situation, because on that situation, Afghanistan didn't have the resources such as electricity and internet. While the government and education ministry, they tried to provide resources for online education and e-learning, they couldn't. They failed because we didn't have enough resources in Afghanistan. And if, for example, international communities wants to help the people who are still in Afghanistan and they don't have access to e-learning and education, they should provide them resources. I think it is the most important thing that they need. There are lots of girls and boys who are eager and interested in education, but they do not have access on that. So I think if we provide them resources, they will use that opportunity. Because I can give an example about our team. We were as normal girls in Afghanistan, but we had the opportunities to learn new things and participate in lots of competitions. So I think if we provide them also the same opportunities, they can use that.
Okay, great. Let us hear from Shabnam. How can the international community help? And okay, so I hear from Aida that e-learning wasn't successful during the pandemic. So how do you think the international community can help education, Shabnam, in your words?
Oh, Shabnam, you are muted.
Okay, sorry. همونطور که من قبلا هم گفتم افغانستان استعدادهای زیادی داره در هر بخش، اما هر استعداد از اون نیاز داره تا یک فرصت داشته باشه، یک فسیلیتی داشته باشه که او فرصت یعنی امو استعداد خوش شکوفا کنه. و متاسفانه بر علاوه که اوضاع افغانستان خوب نیه و اوضاع افغانستان بسیار بد بود، هزاران جوان و هزاران استعداد ما خانه نشین شدن. سالهای اخیر که کرونا هم جهان تحت تاثیر قرار داد و همچنین افغانستان در دوران قرنطین، هزاران جوان ما و هزاران نسل افغانستان باعث شد که 1 الی 2 سال از تمام درس ها اینا عقب بمانند. حتی مکتبا بسته بود و امو وسایل مورد نیازی که اونا به خاطر آنلاین شدن به صنفای درسی بود اونا نداشتن و اونا نمیتونستن درس بخونن. تقریبا 2 سال از درس عقب ماندن تمامی دختران، نه تنها دختران بلکه تمامی نسل افغانستان، کسانی که درس میخواندن. و اگر جامعه جهانی و همچنان کشورهای پیشرفته در این راستا وزارت تحصیلات عالی افغانستان و همچنین در بخش معارف و همچنین تحصیلات افغانستان کمک کنه، بدون شک استعداد زیادی در افغانستان که بتونه پیشرفت کنه و همچنان جبران این همه کمک‌های از اونا بده به آینده.
Thank you. So, as I said previously, there is plenty of young, skilled, young and talented people in Afghanistan. But for these talented people to be, for these potentials to be effective, a fertile ground is needed. And currently the situation in Afghanistan is not good. And COVID has also added to the problems. And in fact, in the past 2 years, many of the students who were in school years were unable to go to school. And because they didn't even have the required tools to be able to have online classes, they have completely lost the opportunity to study in the past 2 years. So if the international community helps, there is a lot of room in Afghanistan there's a lot of there's a lot of talent in Afghanistan that can be that can grow.
Thank you very much, Amin and Shabnam. Let us hear from Sumaya.
So as the girls say, in Afghanistan, during the pandemic, all the schools they were closed, and in Afghanistan, like other countries, was in quarantine. So it was hard for all the students to continue their education. And the Ministry of Education, they tried to broadcast the lesson through television, but there was another problem. For example, some people, they didn't access to the internet. If they had internet, they didn't access to the electricity. If they had electricity, even in the village, they didn't access to television. So these are the basic problems that Afghan people have. So at the first, everyone who can help should provide them the basic resources, primary resources. Then when they were obtained, they can have some online classes in STEAM, technology and robotics, which is very new in Afghanistan, and it will be useful for all of them.
Thank you very much, ladies. So what I'm hearing is the international community can help with infrastructure before education, before actual e-learning. And I hope this happens sometime soon in the future. So ladies, you here to Qatar, you took a big and a bold step towards your future by studying in Education City. So I would like to hear from you about your future plans. And since I have Sumaya right in front of me, so let us start with Sumaya. Sumaya, what are your future plans?
So now I'm preparing for my university, and in the future I want to be a mechanical engineer. and also we are going to build the first STEM school in Afghanistan. So in this school is that we can have any girls and boys who are interested to come and learn in technology and STEM fields. So I want to be like a teacher and mentor in that school that share all my experience and all my knowledge to the new generation of the Afghanistan.
Amazing, wonderful. Okay, let's hear from Aida.
At the first, I want to prepare for my university and complete my high school, and then I want to be a software engineer. And also, my long-term goal is to build the first STEM school in Afghanistan, as Somaya told. And also, I want to have my own company in AI and robotics. In addition of all of these, I want to build a charity for Afghan girls and boys to have access on further education, because we don't have lots of accessible things and equipment in Afghanistan for the education for girls and boys. So these are my plans, and I hope that all of them come true, and I can help my people.
Very inspiring indeed. Okay, so Shabnam.
Oh, you're still muted, Shabnam.
Again, sorry. همین هم که دخترها گفتن من هم یک از آرزوام منه بعد از اینکه من مکتب خلاص کردم به یک از بزرگترین پانتونای دنیا درس بخونم و بعد از او برگردم به کشور خود و برای دخترها و همچنین بچه ها، البته استعدادهای افغانستان فرق نمیکنه که این از قشر ذکور باشه یا اوناست، دختر باشه یا بچه، تمام استعدادهای افغانستان من برای از کمک کنم و چیزی که من یاد گرفتم از کشورهای پیشرفته از بخش تکنولوژی دوباره برگردم به افغانستان و برای از اونها یاد بدم و مردم خود کمک کنم و یک مکتب استیمی میگم که دخترها گفتن بسازیم برای تمامی نسل جوان افغانستان تا بتونن در عرصه تکنولوژی و فناوری پیشرفت کنن، چون اگر استعدادهای جوان کشور خود ما کمک کنیم میتونه در پیشرفت کشور ما این سهم ارزنده داشته باشه. خب از آرزوام اینه که در یک از پانتون‌های بزرگ جهان درس بخونم، برگردم به افغانستان و مردم افغانستان رو کمک کنم.
Great. So my plan is to be able to start education at a good university after I finish up my school. And after that, I want to return back to Afghanistan and help both girls and boys. It doesn't make any difference to and teach whatever I learn to them. And my plan is to build a STEAM school and let the people, the girls and boys, learn new technology and advance themselves so that they can help advancing their own country.
Wonderful, wonderful, ladies. So STEM school to teach boys and girls. Startup in AI. I mean, charity for education. This is all inspiring, girls. Like, congratulations. So I finished my questions, and I would like to see, Sarah, do we have any questions from the audience?
They're not, but maybe they want translation. Okay, let me see. Okay. Hi, Dr. Iman.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello. Okay, let me check. Just a few seconds. Okay, so we've got a question from Xiao Song. She said, thank you for sharing your journey. What are the plans for future? And if you want to help girls to pursue their dreams, what is the best channel? So what is the best channel for them to do so?
Okay, thank you, Sarah. I think this question was already answered.
Yeah. So maybe another elaboration is what they will tell the girls in Afghanistan right now that they can do to pursue their dreams.
Okay, So anyone? Aida? What is your message to the girls in Afghanistan to pursue their dreams?
So my message to the all girls and women who are still in Afghanistan is that keep going and never lose your faith and spirit, because you deserve the best things ever. And also in any obstacle and problem that you will face, never give up of any of them and try your best of everything that you can do.
Great, thank you so much. Sumaya?
So my message to any girls who are listening is that never give up and have faith to your abilities, because it's the only way that you can achieve your dreams and goals.
Wonderful. Shabnam?
My message to all of Afghan girls is to never give up. I will be your voice. I will be save you with my knowledge, and also never give up.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Amin, do you have a question?
Thank you so much. I enjoyed hearing the girls, and it has been all very inspiring. Thank you very much.
It certainly is. It certainly is.
And
All right,
also,
so we come to the end of our session. Thank you very much, ladies. I truly enjoyed our delightful conversation. Thank you, Amin, for helping out.
Thank you.
thank you, Dr. Amin.
Ladies, you are a true inspiration, not only to young kids, well, young ladies like you, but also like young people, like in general. But you are also an inspiration to older people, just like me. I'm the old one. What I want to say is keep it up, keep it up. You're doing great. Keep the dreams, keep the hopes, keep the optimism up. It's people like you who will make Afghanistan and who will make the world a better place for everyone. I would like, I know that you will achieve a lot, and I look forward to seeing your great impact, the great impact that you will make in the near future, inshallah. Thanks a lot for joining us. And thank you very much for the audience for sticking around with us until now. Thank you, G, for organizing this, and thanks for all the ladies who helped out. And thanks again, Amin, you helped us a lot.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.